a very fresh good morning to all. Now, again, we are coming up with our new videos on the new topics. But before that, don't forget to watch us on YouTube and please like our videos. For queries, please put your comments in comment box and please subscribe our channel. I hope you all are regular in watching our videos and you people are regularly attending online classes. Today, I just wanted to give you a small introduction about the word an atom. In the previous two chapters, we have studied well about the states of matter. And even we have studied that there are three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases, which are made up of very tiny small particles known as an atom. But actually, what are these atoms? Before explaining about an atom, let me give you one example. You all have seen buildings around us. For making buildings, what we need to make? Rooms. For making rooms, we have to construct walls. And how the walls are constructed? By using bricks and cement. When these bricks are joined together, they form a complete wall and slowly a complete building. So can we say that these bricks are the smallest building blocks of a complete structure? Yes. Let us talk about living organism. In biology, we have already studied that all the living organisms are made up of very smallest unit known as cell. In the same way, these atoms are considered as the smallest particles of which matter is made up of, whether it's a solid, liquid or gas. We have seen so many examples all around us in different forms, like different kinds of metals, copper, aluminium, iron. We are having glass, we are having wood, plastic, even our fabrics which we are using in our day-to-day life. All the things are made up of very small unit known as an atom. Now, let's understand the meaning of word atom in a better way. Mainly if we consider this word has derived from a Greek word known as atomos. This word atomos is a combination of a prefix a, which means not, and the word tomos, which means cut. So in short, we can say that the meaning of word atomos is uncuttable, or you can say that indivisible. So from here we can consider the definition of an atom as the smallest particles which cannot be divided further or which is indivisible particle. There are so many proofs from our ancient philosophers also that these atoms are the smallest units from which the matters are made. Let's have a look on the upcoming video to understand the theory of atom.
Everything that we see and feel around us is usually termed as matter. By now, we even know that matter is classified into three major states. And what are these three states of matter? That's right, they are solid, liquid and gas. But have you ever thought about what the matter around us could be made up of? Well, this question is not new and has been addressed a long time ago. And many people have made an attempt to answer it. Let us have a look at a few of these philosophies and theories. Recorded evidences suggest that around 500 BC, an Indian philosopher named Maharishi Kanad hypothesized a concept. His curiosity about components of matter made him put forth an idea. He suggested that when we divide matter into tinier particles, ultimately we reach a stage when the matter cannot be divided further. These particles which cannot be divided further make up the matter. The matter was called Padarth in the Indian language and he named the particles as Parmanu. On similar lines, another Indian philosopher named Pakhuda Kathyayama made slight modification in Maharishi Kanad's work and elaborated saying that such indivisible particles come in different combinations to make up different kinds of matter. Around the same era, two Greek philosophers also suggested the same concept. The two personalities were Democritus and Leucippus. They also postulated that if we divide matter continuously, then we reach a stage where it cannot be divided further. These indivisible particles does make up the complete matter. Democritus named these particles as atoms, meaning indivisible. Now you may say that this concept is known to us. Yes, I agree. But we are familiar with this concept now. In the era when people were not really aware of anything in science, such concepts proved useful in laying the foundations for modern inventions. Around the end of the 18th century, a few scientists could prove these suggestions correct. They not only discovered, researched about atoms, but also threw light on the basic difference between elements and compounds. Yes, studying this difference paved the way for many scientists to understand how several combinations can lead to the formation of different substances.
I hope you have understood the term an atom. So, if any query, please write down in the comment box, or you may ask your queries in online session. Please be regular in your online session and please go through all the videos of YouTube.